Welcome. This is David Bowles, Human Meme. Today's topic: everything is forever. When I was 1 and 20, I heard a wise man say, "Give crowns and pounds and guineas, but not your heart away. Give pearls away and rubies, but keep your fancy free." But I was 1 and 20, no use to talk to me. When I was 1 and 20, I heard him say again, "The heart out of the bosom was never given in vain. 'Tis paid with sighs of plenty, and sold for endless rue. And I am 2 and 20, and oh, 'tis true, 'tis true." When I Was 1 and 20 by A.E. Housman. Well, my human meme friend, we try to be wise, but we cannot know until we grow into not life, but our death. It's a hard lesson to learn that everything we experience is always now and forevermore. You've heard the phrase, "Nothing lasts forever." Well, today, I'm here to try to convince you, that right now and from here on out and forevermore, everything is forever. Here's why. Over the last couple of decades or so, we have moved from an information age of paper to the generation of a recordable world. Paper burns. Digital is pretty much forever, and digital is repeatable, copyable, culpable, sendable. We openly offer up all the details of our private lives online. The government tracks us. Vaccines not included. The government tracks us by taxation, voter registration, licensing, driving, traveling. We lost the innocence of our privacy the first day we logged on to the internet. Some of us have decades and decades of lost innocence. Some of us, luckily or unluckily, born later, never had a chance to lose their innocence of privacy, because they never had any privacy in the first place. All because of the internet. So, how do we handle this openness by response and never self-decision? There's no way to opt out of life, not now anyway, too late for that. If you've ever gone to school, there's a record of you being there and then beyond somewhere. And this new idea of going off-grid, more fable than reality. Oh, sure, you can live off the grid, but the grid still knows who you are and where you are and why you are there. You can certainly just decide to disappear and live in the wilderness, disconnected. But then what? Do you just want to survive hand to mouth every day? Prison inmates have more freedom than wilderness warriors. You have much more time as an inmate to dictate and decide your time than those who live off the land in the dark with no electricity or running water or reliable shelter. "Do you have enough firewood yet, sir?" is never something the prisoner of the state ever has to ask. And so it seems the best defense against this daily invasion of privacy is just to admit that privacy is no longer a thing. Privacy is no longer something we can covet or even control, if we want to be honest with ourselves. Privacy is a lie we tell to each other to make us feel better about our lack of safety and the disillusion of our ego and private identity. Together, the two of us, we are two plot points on a graph. Apart, the two of us are, well, two relatable pinpoints on a map with a history that deserves to be followed and analyzed by people other than us. And with this loss of privacy, we become vulnerable and dangerous. We are known, yet we think we are unknown. We think we are hidden, but anyone on the street could find us with a few dollars to offer somebody and a 10-minute slake on the internet. Yes, we are at the mercy of random violence and targeted obsolescence. We are the dreary in the diary. We are open for the fantasy of the escaping. And so, my human being friend, when some around us claim their freedom is being infringed upon, mask wearing, taxes paying, guns licensing, we just need to stop and ask the greater, more important question. Why is there such a specific obsession about that one particular thing, when every single thing about us has already been recorded and verified and marked forever? And I admit it's a curious natch to wonder about what gets people upset. The loss of privacy, the lack of control, the illusion of a violated sense of freedom. Why do some of us pretend to place such great emphasis on participation, when it really means nothing now, because the game has already been decided against us by the minority power? Yes, the minority power. Those with the most money, not the most guns, decide how this game is played, analyzed, and recorded for history. Yes, we are trafficking in our own delusions. We have convinced ourselves that outrage is righteous and that nobody can tell us what to do, when they, the minority, the power minority, the money minority, well, they've already told us who we are, and they've decided what we can and cannot do, merely because of where we find ourselves placed in a certain place and time. So forget predestiny from the divine. We have been preordained and predicted by the ordinary and the unspectacular. The police, the bad guys, anybody can surveil us at will. Our phones track us in real time every moment of our lives. We have become an international archive of rich information unto ourselves. And that's why Facebook and Google and Apple and Amazon and Netflix all and others offer us the cover of cunning services invented to track us even more specifically under the guise of being free will and valuable entertainment, while they are really just selling us, pinpointing us to advertisers and others and governments, all behind our backs, with prejudice. Is it possible to unravel this, untangle us? How do we best live in this recordable world? How do we survive, really, where everything is forever and nothing is special anymore? Well, first we must be aware that we are always being watched. And so we must watch out for ourselves. We need to behave. We need to accept we are always being listened to and watched and recorded. And sure, that may sound paranoid, but you prove me wrong first, before you accuse me of not being right. Be careful what you share online and in real life. You can keep some privacy by maintaining your own secrets in your own mind. You do not have to share every tidbit of your life. Subtlety and confiscation can lead to an internal freedom that can never be taken away from you. Yes, I'm saying to you, the only safe place today, right now, is inside your own mind. Yes, wish and wallow in your own secret thoughts. At least for now. You are your own safe space, private and unshareable. And everything else, your words, your writing, your movements, your behavior, are all now open book. Your health no longer belongs to you. Your health is now decided by your insurance provider, and never you, and never your doctor. We all got to wise up about this. We got to shut up. We got to sit down. Keep the fantasy of the joy alive and profitable inside your own head, and live there often, and enjoy the company of yourself. Yes, live in your own head. Survive your own dreams to really know the freedom we all used to have before we became irreparably interconnected on this internet. In an ever-swirling and eternal world of the always shared and the now never cut off. Thank you for listening. Be a human meme.